Another attempt at a 3-cell run today, and instead of doing the same old mainstay runs that I've been doing previously, your infantry grenade and ice shard or damage over time builds, this time I'm finally getting into some of the viewer-suggested runs that I asked for a couple episodes ago. This time it's a little bit of a sniper-flavored run, based around getting as much damage out of the... that was close. Out of the nerves of steel as possible. I'll put down the exact conduct that I'm supposed to be following on the bottom of the screen right now. Yeah, Hokuto's bow, Wolftrap, and... oh, come on, that was terrible. Hokuto's bow, Wolftrap, and bombs to get back arrows. As well as using the Tranquility mutation to really make it a very snipery type thing. Yeah, I can see this being a pretty decent sort of run. Potentially. I also see a couple problems with it too, which I'll get into pretty shortly. Although, before I get into it, I will also put every other suggested run that I've had down in the description below if you're kind of interested in what's going to be coming up next and what sort of things that I'm going to have to be trying to grind. Wow, that was very annoying. What sort of items that I'm going to have to be grinding out some cells for coming up in these next few days. And this was the first and easiest run to be able to start up, just because it only required me to unlock a blueprint that I already got and a mutation that I already got. Everything else, a little bit more involved over time, so we'll see. And I'll just, forget about the kill count for this time, I guess. That's fine, though. As long as I get the time door, I should be okay. And these couple extra cells do also make it hit that many times go down a little bit easier. Alright. So, pros to this run. Nerves of Steel is a fantastic weapon. If you can consistently hit the critical, it will, later in the game, even at fairly low stats like this, probably be one-shotting every single enemy I come across. So that's going to be great for that. Especially knowing that I'm going to be getting double extra damage due to the Hokuto's bow and Wolftrap on top of that. Let's just go. Don't even bother with the shop. I need to hit that time door. And that would be great. However, I think my big fear is, one, I don't really have anything to give me synergies right now. Both these would be good. Yeah, sure. I don't have anything to give me synergies right now. The bomb and maybe one of the bows could have like a poisons enemy or causes a cloud to erupt out of the arrow, but that's not something I would count on. I think the best thing that I could probably get is something like Poison's Enemy or cause a cloud to appear around the trap for Wolftrap, and that's about it. You know what, let's just go. I've already started this. I guess we're going to be doing the Hayabusa pair next time. Anyway. And the other thing is that bosses have damage caps, and I'm a little worried about getting to... oh wait, no, taking Tranquility. And I'm a little bit worried about getting to a boss and then just consistently hitting the damage cap over and over. So, but then without any sort of like diversified damage, so that I'm doing much less damage than I could potentially be doing if I would also grab like a, let's say a turret or some sort of damage over time. Maybe some colorless bombs or something like that. There's a couple different options that I've always talked about this when it comes to this game, that diversifying your damage, having a bunch of different things hitting enemies at once is generally the best way to, is generally the best way to try to get the most out of your weaponry. Single big hitting weapons just don't work very well, and it's not even just because of the, oh come on. It's not even just because of boss damage caps, but also things like being able to hit singular enemies like this. Unless I get some sort of piercing here, that's also going to be a real issue with this weapon. Ah, damn, no release arrows. Those are the only ones I can take. So, those are some other issues I'm going to find. But the fact that I can stay very far away from enemies and get pretty huge buffs, freeze them in place, also means that I should be able to take a whole lot of cursed chests coming up here too. Because I will have more than enough good weapons to... not quite. More than enough good weapons to be able to cover for... keep me out of harm's way. Keep me from getting hurt too bad. That was very close to encountering that elite, which... again, till I get some sort of piercing, gonna be at a real disadvantage fighting enemies that are gonna be flanked by a bunch of other enemies. For example, this sort of thing. Yeah, back in the day, getting like a 4 times damage Valmont's Whip or something like a... Nothing, really? Fine, then. Getting something like a 4 times damage Valmont's Whip, you could one-shot even bosses. In fact, I have videos of me one-shotting almost each one of the bosses as they were added into the game using that exact type of build. But these days, it's just not as good. Being able to hit from a distance, being able to hit constantly, way more valuable than singular big hits. And that's what this is based around. So I suppose we'll just see in time. Like I said, if I can manage to get a type of weapon that is... Okay, that'll be good at least. If I can manage to get a weapon that is gives me some sort of... any sort of other damage. You know, the arrow turns into bursts into poison, or it just poisons enemies, or it bleeds enemies, or it starts enemies on fire in one way or another. Man, that door was just not opening up, was it? Oh, I've avoided taking any potion charge so far. I would really like to continue that. But yeah, those will be priority 1. And especially if I can grab a good legendary weapon that is one of the ones that I can actually use in this conduct. Is there nothing to get here? I guess not. That will be very easy in all likelihood to roll into at least one of those stats. We'll see over time. If I can at least... The other plan that I'm working with here is to go... It's actually not what I meant to do. The other plan that I'm working with here is that I'm going to go with a route that will take me through a bunch of time doors. So even if I'm getting hit a whole lot, and it seems pretty likely because... can't really snipe enemies if they are all teleporting to me at all points in time. Just get out. Just get out. That I'll at least have a good pick of different very powerful, like in-between biome weapons to get regardless of that. And I think that's going to be kind of the point right now. Because I still don't have any sort of piercing, so killing mass amount of enemies is just going to be way too difficult. Oh, damn it. Killing a massive amount of enemies is just going to be way too difficult, and I'm pretty sure that I won't be able to keep the kill streak with teleporting enemies all around here, too. Yeah, another thing that really kind of prevents, you know, sniper weaponry, something like the marksman's bow or whatever, from working at this point is the fact that there are a lot of teleporting enemies around here. There are plenty of enemies in 3-cell mode. There are plenty of areas in 3-cell mode that will now include... trackers or phasers, flying enemies that will kind of screw that sort of thing up too. If I were to take this all the way to 4-cell mode, it's like Tranquility would almost never be working because enemies would just teleport to me immediately. I would have to find a really huge horizontal area like this one, for example, just to be able to kind of get usage out of that mutation. Which is too bad because I really do like... Oh boy. Please have... Oh, can't use that, though, because it doesn't have the release arrows on it. That's too bad. But, yeah. It's gonna be... It's really hard to use something like Tranquility, because back in the day, that was actually a very good mutation to be taking alongside something like Pyromancy, because you were able to use that at a pretty big distance and always have that mutation active. But it's just... with the way the game's been going, it doesn't quite work that way anymore. Sure, whatever. That gives me a little bit of extra damage. That gives me a little bit of extra survivability. Oh no, I thought it was giving me minus 10% damage taken, but I guess I'm not quite at that point just yet. Alright, what's something else? Grappling Hook, I know, is required for a couple different of the runs that I'm going to be doing here. Only plus 70% damage? That's not even all that good. And also, it still has the yes, just like Scorpion. My favorite dumb quote of the entire game, just because it's the total admission that, yes, this is a reference to the thing that you think it's a reference for. Marksman's bow. I guess that's what they're calling it these days. Sometimes it's the marksman's longbow, sometimes it's... Come on. Sometimes it's something else. Arrow stuck an enemy. There you go. Now I can finally use this at least. Get some kind of synergy, potentially. We'll see. And then... Necromancy? Yeah, it's a little too bad that I'm going to be taking a lot of points of tactics right now, keeping me pretty low, because something like survival, I think this weapon really does shine when you're using a survival-based run, because it's one of the fastest weapons that you can get in survival, and it's also like but it still keeps like the same extreme power of a lot of other things. Although it's not quite on display right now because everything's so low level for me. Yeah, I was thinking that there was a potential for this particular run being good, but I just don't think I quite have the upgrades necessary to make it work just yet. That said, at least I'll be able to take down the shockers when they're coming here pretty easily. Guess I should probably not be using that bomb as much as possible due to the whole unless I'm getting actual arrows from it. I'm trying to stick to this conduct as close as possible, but it's sort of rough too. Also, not only does this area now have trackers in it, I believe, but you do have the issue where I gotta be using the Hokuto's bow, of course. But you do also have the issue where enemies like the... Oh, cool. Enemies like the Slasher have kind of a short-range teleport to you as well. What the hell? I didn't even know what was going on there for a second. The game was like bugging out or something as soon as I rolled through the wall. Well, that could be an issue. That's fighting these two guys, but thankfully it's good enough. Yeah, the nice thing about Tranquility is that it is pretty forgiving as far as distance goes. I think it's about like this close, like me to the teleporter right now, and you can still get benefit from it. But that's also something of it's difficult to keep enemies at that distance unless I have my Wolftrap all ready to go, so don't really expect to be seeing it a whole ton. Well, one of the things that I did just say is that I really, really do have to be using the Hokuto's bow more, because that is a wolf trap that just is applied to an enemy for a pretty lengthy period, which... Alright. Come on. Getting more... I almost feel like I'm getting more usage out of the fire grenade than the wolf trap right now, which is sort of against the spirit of the run. Uh-oh, this is bad. Ah! Stupid secret areas. I don't need them right now. I need to not accidentally be going into places that I'm not supposed to just yet. Alright. Get him to teleport onto that. Good. Oh. Yeah. Kind of saw that coming. I mean, okay. I'll try to set up a little bit better of a run. I'm sure that there's a... And I will focus on actually using all of the tools at my disposal this time. I'm going to level with you on this one. I think with the level of difficulty I had just getting back up until this point, I'm ready to call this one a failure. I mean, I think it's a good concept, but yeah, the inability to attack flying enemies or multiple enemies at once very easily is really makes it really difficult to get through some areas like the promenade. Or the sewers, or just about anywhere in all likelihood. Oh, not quite as good as the Hokuto's bow that I picked up get in the time door area. Oh well. With the alienation, I am going to have to deal with a little bit of extra curse, but this should be a pretty decent type of build for dealing with that. It should also be a great build for... Sure, why not? It should also be a pretty great build just for... that could use a lot of extra health on top of that anyway. Yeah, something like alienation is difficult to deal with sometimes, but it also does mean that every time you get a cursed chest, you get an instant 100% heal over time. Not quite instant. That's what it used to be when it came to... Nah, not quite. That's what it used to be when it came to alienation. 75% heal the second that you opened up that chest. No longer, though. I'm a little annoyed that I didn't... Oh, right, you can't use the Homunculus Ruin while you're cursed. A little annoyed that I didn't quite get the... Slasher there caught in the wolf trap. That would have been pretty useful. And another thing that I think I didn't even mention earlier is that I am also going to... If I do make it to the Hand of the King this time, I'm going to have a real hard time dealing with the dude just because... He is quite the shot blocker. He will block any projectile you shoot at him with his, well, namesake hands pretty easily. Pretty consistently, too. Not that you can't use ranged weapons against him, but it just makes it much, much more difficult. Come on, and curse lifted. Good. You know, I've talked before about the incomplete one, the concierge having mad ups, probably having a mean dunk. Between that and the shot blocking capabilities of the hand, they probably make a pretty good basketball team. Hey, they're still making Space Jam 2 against my wishes. Maybe you know, a little bit of crossover. Get the bosses from Dead Cells to make an appearance as the new Monstars. I'm telling you, the cross-media experience would be incredible. Most ambitious crossover of all time, or whatever people were memeing about when the Infinity War thing was coming out. I don't know, I'm allergic to memes. Probably gonna be best if I just do this. Alright. Oh, Spiked Boot. Good, that's another one that I need for future runs. Oh, and yes, I did turn off all of the weapons that I unlocked for this newest run here, just to make sure that I wasn't gonna muddy up the pool with stuff that I literally could not use even if I wanted to. And I didn't really want to use the Hayabusa gauntlets all that much. Don't like that weapon. Just don't like it. Don't think... Of course, you probably hear way more about that when I'm doing the several suggestions. Again, check the description below. You can see all of the gory, horrible details of runs that, let's just say right now, I probably believe in a lot less than this one. And I don't even like this one. Oh, get me out of here right now. I want to at least keep the blueprint. Shot Sleeve Trail of Flames, you know what? It actually is a little bit better than the Nerves of Steel that I'm working with right now. But also, that is another avenue to get some damage over time. I did, in one of the previous failed attempts, get a Hokuto's bow that had arrows explode into a poison cloud, and that alone was probably doing more damage than I was getting out of non-synergized spinning. It's not only a good trick, it also prevents projectiles from hitting them. Yeah, with some of the sort of low stat, low upgrade type of Nerves of Steel shots that I'm getting. I'm trying really hard to do something tricky here, but it just ain't working. So eat bomb, and that'll move them away far enough that I can just do this. There we go. Yeah, one of the things that is a little bit nice about having the Hokuto's bow is not just the extra damage, but also the fact that my... Uh-oh, don't get hit by stuff. But also the fact that my, it's a bow that I can use that has a pretty good instant cast. And also spreads along that mark so that even if I don't... Oh, that was very close. So that even if I don't happen to get very good... just the most basic synergy, the most basic, like, enemies explode into poison type of synergy still works pretty well when you have marks going on. For example, like that. Yeah, another one of the runs where for some reason no Nerves of Steel was dropping, I did manage to get a pretty good usage out of just Hokuto's bow and Homunculus Ruin, a type of combo that that I'm warming up to more and more over time. I love that. I don't even think that little animation is intentional, but I just love the way that the slasher, when you hit him from a place where he can't hit you, he just kind of like looks at you and then leaves. Like, oh, well, I never. Not good enough. Do really think that poison combined with the inflammable oil that I'm getting from the Wolftrap is going to be really doing a lot of damage, doing me a lot of good here. Oh, these shockers. I was so sure that this build was going to be... no! This is all very terrible. Of course. Alright. I've been attempting runs for about an hour now. I think that 3 good attempts is probably about a good way to go about trying these specialized suggested runs here. You know, if I'm not getting anywhere past that, I think I can say with pretty good certainty that I'm probably not going to be getting anywhere with this right now. Oh, well, definitely had some promise, but I'm not thinking that... That was very close. But I think that I would either need a lot better synergies with the type of weapons that I'm working with right now, or just in general better, more varied attacks, which I think is sort of where I'm going wrong right now. So in the meantime, for this final run, I'm still taking Tranquility, as per the rules, and Dead Inside. Try to get as much health as possible, because that's the thing that I've sort of been running into, I think, where I need to be able to take kind of a hit before I can finally get this run as good as it could possibly be. Yeah, it's really unfortunate, but just with the way that enemies work, it's very hard to line up Tranquility to work in the way I would like it to. Oh, don't even... Still an issue with money. And especially mostly due to me having to restart runs a whole lot and everything like that because of gimmickry or just my own neuroticism, requiring that that I never ever say a word incorrectly into the intro of a video or whatever. Still, one of the things that I would really like is if the keep gold wasn't just... One of the things I would really like in the game is if, like, keeping gold wasn't just all about preserving gold when you die, but they just gave you the maximum amount of gold. It just gave you that gold immediately as respawn. So, you know, gold, keeping 5, yeah, that was an item that I unlocked in the last area. So gold keeping 5, for example, just start you off with 25,000 gold each time, rather than forcing you to grind it up each time you die. Something like that. Because that is an issue that I have been running into lately. Ooh, I should be able to open up that door now without getting cursed too badly. Was considering taking Alienation again, but I would rather just something that will keep me in the game a little bit longer, I think is going to be way more important. If I died to that shocker as soon as I said that, I would be very embarrassed. Alright. Oh... No Homunculus Ruin when cursed. I know that's just to prevent you from cheesing out stuff, but man, he's irritating in a lot of ways here. Oh god, I don't even know how I'm going to approach this. Alright, and spinning still prevents me from killing enemies like that. Annoying. Alright. And that should be good. Yeah, still not entirely sure if this is going to be something that people want to, say, see a whole lot more of, just because it's like some of these runs might be a little bit short comparatively if the build isn't working out as planned. Or, you know, it's the Hayabusa gauntlets and boots and it's just a meme anyway. We'll see in time how that goes. And you, and... There. I'm very, very glad that you can no longer take damage from slamming down on enemies. That is something that really probably would have gotten me killed there. Weird little update that they had with the 1.1 initial alpha that never really felt... Oh, God, so many shockers. And there. At least that gets rid of that, so I can just do this instead. Ah, that's so good. Okay. Still doing okay, but one of the issues that I kind of have with this build as of right now is Nerves of Steel is giving me survival, Hokuto's bow is giving me brutality. The two weapons that... Come on now. The two stats that I really don't need. I really could use a lot more damage as of right now. Because the thing is, I still hold to the idea that the bow, the Nerves of Steel is a fantastic weapon, but it does need much like every single fantastic weapon, it still needs the stats to be able to support that. I think it was the Tornado, which where it's like it kind of alternated between being amazing because of the amount of stats that I was picking up and being completely terrible because of the lack of stats that I had at that time. It's like there's a big gulf in between weapons, with the exception of maybe like damage over time, which usually tends to be consistently good regardless of the amount of stats you have. Just based on, you know, how the run is actually going. Are you still working with the same weapon that you got at the very start of the game? It's like probably not going to be doing very good unless you are just completely Herbie fully loaded with stats. You know, going through the graveyard route, getting as many cursed chests as possible, all that sort of thing. Alright. Yes, also, of course, another issue is that Tranquility is apparently just not giving me too much extra damage. 150 DPS, no enemies near me. The regular critical that I'm getting right now is 1189 DPS. A little bit of a 10% increase. We'd be getting more damage right now if I grab the heavy turret. Or something. I don't know, I'm sure there's probably like some brutality mutations. Those tend to be very damage heavy too, which I... even at somewhat low stats, like Revenge. Or at least Revenge used to be like that. I'm not entirely sure if it is with this latest update. We'll see. Well, the one thing that I can say right now is at least it's going pretty well as far as this ossuary compared to the last one. You know, a little bit of slower weaponry and getting boxed into an area unintentionally can really lead swiftly to your death. Trying to avoid using the bomb as much as possible because I re-rolled it. Well, I got one that was accidentally not the releases arrows, and secondarily it is it's brutality scaling, so I'm not really getting too much damage off of it anyway. Still, I might slip up occasionally and use it accidentally. The Hokuto's bow and the Wolftrap does buff out its damage pretty well, even despite the base damage not being very good. Alright. And... man, you really gotta hit these guys several times. Alright. Not too bad, but not too great. Should probably look to see if I maybe can find another curse chest. I think I still have the 2-cell door open to me, which should always have a curse chest inside of it. As well as if I get hit... actually, no, I can't. Food does nothing for me, so the food shop and the 1-cell door is kind of useless because I took the extra health for right now. And good. Just right in range to not get benefit from this stuff. Yeah. But hey, let's see if I can do a little bit of a testing thing. And there's where... yeah, it is about what I said before, it seems like, for the range on Tranquility. So that's good to know, because I remember it always being pretty generous. You can be pretty close to enemies and still get the buff from it, but wasn't sure if they changed that exactly in one of the latest updates. There are only 15 more enemies left to go before I can get the 60 door. Maybe I should go for that one, just to... go, Hokuto's bow first. Just to really try to get the... oh, no. Yeah, I did it. I didn't die from that this time. Okay, and 2 more to add onto the pile. Yeah. If I could get some sort of weapon from that, from the 60 door, that would be pretty useful. Also, you too. Extra stats I will never be turning down. And with the extra health too, that's also a pretty good way to potentially... and... yeah. You know, the extra stats as well, that's also a pretty good way to potentially be getting like an upgrade to my necklace, which I don't even have one. So yeah, that would definitely be an upgrade. Victims emit a toxic cloud when they die. And again, infantry grenade is not really giving me too much right now, so I can dump it without feeling too bad. I don't know if he's going to hit me right there. Yes, I definitely can't hit him, though. There you go. Much better. Much nicer Wolftrap, and the 100% poisoned and everything. Not quite working with the idea that I'm going to be getting a ton of damage out of the... okay, I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to use that without going into the portal. And, legendary weapon that I just unlocked. What a terrible idea. And there goes the 60 kills. Oh, no. Stupid increased defense they get from being around that legendary shrine. A legendary weapon that I didn't even want. It's garbage right now. I just needed it for later. All right. All right, now, ladies. It's not that bad. As much as it could have been an upgrade, there was no guarantee that it would have been... hey, Meat Boy's right there. I love that Easter egg. There's no guarantee that it would have been an upgrade, so, you know, it's just... I'm working with some pretty good weapons right now. It might have been a better Wolftrap, or maybe a grenade that I could have used at best. But as of right now, I already got a shiny new necklace that I'm working with, so I wasn't really too concerned about getting a second one in mid-area anyway. This is all justification because I'm still pretty mad that I screwed that up anyway. Oh, I can't believe I screwed that up. It should have been so easy. It should have been a lock. Could have been a contender. Didn't happen, though. All right, get that. Cherry still not doing me any good as much as I would like it to. Oh, and it might be worth going into the next area. No effect. Might be worth going into the next area with a... There we go. Oh, great. With alienation, just to be able to get as much health back as possible. Either area that I go to, the Slumbering Sanctuary or the Stilt Village, will give me ample opportunities at cursed chests. And then I won't even have to worry about getting other stuff on top of that. Okay, so there's a 2-cell door. Do I even have 10 enemies left that I can kill? I feel like I've maybe canvassed this area a little bit too much and wouldn't be able to... Oh, that'd be so good, but it doesn't have the releases arrows. Same thing with you. Stupid infantry grenades always being so good. But yeah, I think I'm just going to have to give up on getting that cursed chest because I don't have 10 enemies left to kill and I don't want to be going into the next area. 2, 3... being cursed. Yeah. Goodbye, cursed chest and extra stat. I will miss you dearly. But unfortunately, the stars did not align for it to happen this time. Maybe in a far-flung future when I enter the Oshawa area, I'll be able to go for that cursed chest. Just not today. No, I shouldn't do that. There is no way that I'm going to be doing a cursed chest run, a cursed sword run right now. If I'm not taking cursed chests, I'm not going to be taking cursed swords anytime soon. I'm sure that's probably one of the many suggested runs that I've gotten, though. Anything else I can unlock real quick? Should probably get Masochist at some point in time. And, yeah, there's nothing that I would have been able to get from that. I was hoping to at least get, like, the 15% heal, or maybe there's a minor heal just when you... Sure. Just when you pop it. Couldn't remember and probably should have looked in the first place, but it didn't really hurt to do so anyway. Alright, I'm committing to it. I'm committing to it right now. Alienation. Gonna see if I can get some healing through curses in the next area, provided that I can get to the next area. We'll see. Either way, still on track to get the time door after this area, and maybe the legendary door, which I would really appreciate. Not holding my breath, but... Also, you two cover all my bases. It's too bad that I couldn't get a bomb to give me the release arrows. That would have been pretty good. And the Wolftrap, unfortunately, is found out in the first part of this entire series. Not tremendously effective at actually keeping bosses in place anymore. Oh, God. All right, well, it's just better safe than sorry and all that. Also, I get the sneaking suspicion that I might not be making it too much farther in this run. We'll see. I'm going to try. I ain't giving up yet. I ain't taking the coward's route and just saying, this run sucks, you know, I'm quitting right now. It's like, no, I'm going to at least attempt it. I'm just not feeling too confident. Double ammunition probably would have been a good take. Yeah, whoever in the comments was already saying you should have taken double ammunition, you are correct. Didn't really think too much about... I guess I really just assumed that I really need the health a lot more, and then it would have been okay going into this battle anyway. Turns out, not so much the case. That said, not too bad. Not getting the legendary weapon door, but you know, I'm at least getting out of here only using one potion charge, which is fine by me. Make sure that I get that mark still going up here. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate that I don't have any other synergy as of right now either. Something like starting enemies on fire related to, you know, arrows leave trail of fire would have actually been pretty useful as of right now. Especially because I think I'm still... No, this is not the run where I had the Wolftrap that gave me inflammable oil. Something is giving me inflammable oil. Nerves of Steel, but I really highly doubt that I could get both leaves inflammable oil as well as... Also should be doing this too. Cool. Yeah, inflammable oil plus sleeves trail of poison type of things at the same time. That would be a very nice stars aligning to give me the perfect sort of run type of thing, but never want to count on that as far as a... Oh, man. As far as a run goes. Oh, wow, it's just, like, not even holding him for a second anymore. Well, so much for Wolftrap being useful in this fight. Might as well just stop even trying to throw him down, I guess. Yeah, really disappointed about that nerf. That was such a good early game strategy to be able to use Wolftrap, but it's just too infrequent at this point in time. Or it loses its efficacy, not frequency, too quickly. And I think I also took too long in that fight to get into the time door. Sure did. Unfortunate. But hey, next area, Hope Springs Eternal and whatever, should be able to at least get all of my health back immediately just through alienation alone. And that will really be helpful. And I think I should just go Stilt Village. Though Stilt Village does have the enemies that burst into a bunch of little wormy dudes, and that's going to be somewhat difficult to work with at this point in time. Well, I suppose that as soon as you hit the AT switch in the Slumbering Sanctuary, you also have a whole... You also have a whole ton of enemies ready to attack you and body block every other enemy in the level as well, so they're all terrible options. Let's just go with that. And there we go. Can I get an upgrade for Nerves of Steel? No, it is far too expensive. And it's actually not even that much better than the one I'm using right now. Ugh. Yeah, I actually did the thing where I grabbed onto my collar and loosened it a little bit. Oh, that's the sort of run we're working with right now. It would definitely help if I hit the criticals a little bit more consistently. Yeah, I really started to get sloppy during the concierge fight when it came to that, just because I was feeling the heat. And not just because he was throwing, like, waves of fire. What exactly does the concierge do when he sweeps the ground? I still do not understand that. Is it supposed to be like fire? I guess? I mean, I guess that's got to be what it is, right? Okay. 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 Gotta go find me a curse chest already. Gotta make this good. Got to really work at this. I still believe in this run. Gotta believe in you who believes in me. Finishing off Fire Captains with the Hokuto's bow shot. That's a bad sign. That's a questionable run sign. Or that's either a very good sign and you're powerful enough that a Hokuto's bow can be killing enemies. I don't really think it's quite that one, though. But you can see that, like, compare the two here. Hokuto's bow shot, a lot slower on the Nerves of Steel. Come on. Nope. Almost got me there. Not quite, though. Yeah, it's too bad that doesn't have the release arrows because I could really use that sort of burst damage right now. And okay. And we're just gonna do this right now. And then I'm just gonna run out of here and not even worry about the wormlings. Not that there were any left anyway, but still. Yeah, the fire is still pretty effective. Like, any sort of damage over time will take off little worm dude. Will take out little worm dudes pretty easily. But that does not mean I want to test my luck. How did you, one of the weakest enemies in the entire game, manage to take any damage but not die? Anyway, kamikaze bats just happens like that sometimes, against all odds. Okay. Well, at least the Hokuto's bow you can clearly see doing a lot of good there. Watch out. Okay, it's actually bounces for long enough that I won't get hit by the cannonball. Good. Good, it's working. A little bit. I can't use any of these, unfortunately, but it doesn't really matter because Alienation's got my back. Alienation has been working for me more than any amount of food shop shenanigans would ever do. Okay. And just look at that. Just the Hokuto's bow having victims burn when they die. That's what's been doing an amazing job. Oh, that was so very close. That's been doing an amazing job so far. I'm really happy with that. All right, anything else we're looking at? Anything else? I think this might be a curse chest. Little bit hesitant to go in here, but very close to getting rid of the thing. Yeah, this should do it. Don't forget about the inflammable oil too. That is also contributing a little bit as well. Yeah, it's weird that the base the damage is okay. The damage that I'm getting from the Nerves of Steel is okay, and of course, it's something that I can't use. It's okay, but I feel like I am just getting more from the damage over time affixes. The enemies die and throw down oil or fire or poison than anything else as of right now. Okay. And there we go. It ain't bad at all. It's not so bad. It's not so bad at all. Okay, and I'm just not even going to worry about it. Not that they're going to survive for any amount of time anyway. I mean, it really does show you how much the Hokuto's bow buffs up damage over time stuff. Even just incidental, completely pointless damage over time stuff. This is going to be very bad with this elite here. Please run away right now. Oh, that worked. All right, then. I didn't think that would work. I didn't think I would be able to just run away from him, but, oh well, whatever works, you know? All right, be very careful and just do this, and good. And we're good. Still gotta be very careful, cursed, but at least this is quite the good build for doing cursed stuff with. Tranquility currently giving me 348 DPS. My Nerves of Steel doing 2750, if I'm getting it right. Boy, they need to buff up that mutation a little bit, don't they? Release arrows? No! Damn it. I got 23 curse. I'm really starting to reconsider taking alienation now, but hey, it did send me up to full health, so am I really gonna argue too much? Also, 14 more kills should be able to then get the 60 kill door, and uh-oh. Come on. All right. Just coax those guys into getting over here, and very slowly. All right, come on. It's going okay. It's going okay. Rocky start. A couple rocky starts, but I'm starting to feel it. Uh-oh. Can I get out of here without dying? Maybe. Yeah, I think I'm okay. You might just want to book it out of this area as soon as possible. Okay. Watch out, because a lot of projectiles. Yeah, another reason why you might not want to have come in here is the number of projectiles you got to deal with. But at the same time, it's either that or dealing with a lot of golems, so pick your poison. Grab it. Grab the scroll. Grab the scroll so I can get the cutscene invincibility. Got both of them? Yes, okay. Oh, there's so many elites around here. Oh, wait, no, those are the same ones. Never mind. I was thinking that there was another third as of yet unknown elite. And I can deal with known unknowns, but I can't deal with unknown unknowns. At least not right now. I don't think it's worth it. I think that's going to lead to my inevitable and horrible death. At the claws of a pirate man, which is, yes, finally. Poisons the enemy. I could not have asked for anything more. Thank the Lord here. All right. 54 kills. Only need 6 more enemies. I got a pretty good item here. If I can get plus 100% on a poison target for my Nerves of Steel. Maybe even pick up a new Nerves of Steel in the next area. This is like the definition of don't count your chickens before they hatch. However, I still feel somewhat confident in counting those chickens just because I am at a loss for anything else to do. Oh no, the worms. Who's ready for just running through here and watching out for worms? They will teleport to you. They will not stop for anything. I hate it so much, but there's a 60. Okay. No, there it is. All right, three left. Oh my god, these curses are so enormous. Whoa, hey guys. Not feeling too confident in myself right now. Ooh, yeah. One left. Go for it. Let's go for it. And there it is. There's the curse gone, and let's go. Well then. Like, I don't want to go into the clock tower, but I do think that's going to be better for the build that I got going on right now. So, let's do it. Got my 70 kills. Not cursed. It's going okay. It's not going great. Couldn't really do a full exploration of that area just because those, didn't mean to do that, just because those elite pirate captains were there and they probably would have killed me. However, as it is, I shouldn't have unlocked all of these weapons in this run, should I? Arrow stuck in enemies, I like that. And yeah, you know, considering the Wolftrap with the poison, it's like, I think I could probably get more usage out of freezing enemies and getting my arrows back than anything else. And there is a curse chest coming up in this area, I do know that, so going to have to keep that in mind if I do need some healing. Sure, why not? I was going for masochism. I can finish up masochism. Also, really should probably focus on not... Yeah, nice. 100% on poison. 2 survival, which is not really ideal, but that's fine. Yeah. If I need healing, healing is here. It's not going to be good healing. It's not going to be the most pleasant healing, but it will get the job done. And not worth it. All right, let's go. I still think that as of right now, I'm kind of doing this in spite of the run that I'm kind of working with. I don't really feel like it's been the deciding factor of success. It is definitely a run that is a slow roll. It gets better and better over time. Unfortunately, the lack of a piercing shot is kind of not doing me very good right now. Long cooldown on... Oh. Long cooldown, but hey, at least I got my arrows back, which was kind of important there. They were getting stuck in many, many enemies. Whoa, hey, guy. What are you doing here? I thought all you were trying to attack me or something. All right, one more. And get that poison. Man, even 100% on poison still not doing that much damage, eh? Yeah. And again, this is that same issue that I was talking about where Tranquility is not really doing me too much good just because it, you know, you can't get away from these guys. They are always going to be tracking you, as their name would imply, after all. I mean, that is their name. They're called Dark Trackers or whatever. All right. Not anything really good, and the 100% S rank 40/40 times 2 because of the poison from the Wolftrap. I think that's the best I'm going to be able to do for right now, which is unfortunate, but also not unexpected. So I will, you know, just deal with it anyway. I think it's probably going to be better to not, like, full clear this area, if possible, just because I do think that that's going to lead to me dying. We'll take those cells, though. I can always use more cells. All right. Should really look at maybe switching out. If I can save up enough money, if I can save up 25,000 required, I would definitely think it's worthwhile to switch out the alienation for extra arrows, because I am going through arrows way too fast right now, even with the bomb. I think I would really rather prefer... I mean, the bomb does have a 18-second cooldown, which I can't really do too much about with my current build. Oh, God. Well, they'll only attack me if I attack them first. And are you worth it? Not really. You know, the backwards shooting arrow that I get off that Hokuto's bow should really also apply the mark. There's absolutely no reason for that. It's clearly not from the bow, but like from some sort of arrow dimension. which makes it look more like an ice shard or something than anything, but I don't know. I think it should still happen anyway. Just so that if I accidentally turn around too quickly, I can still get... Sure, whatever. Still get that mark on there. Gotta have my mark. That's the thing that's probably doing more for this run than anything else right now. Shouldn't have used that so good. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that fire and that poison is getting a lot of stuff done right now. I'm happy about that. Also, the copious amounts of cell containers in here isn't hurting at all either. That will help me get at least masochism unlocked and maybe a good amount into a second mutation. We'll see. You, and you. Okay, great. And a little bit more. Do I have extra damage on poison or frozen targets? No such luck on that, but man, that would be pretty nice right now. Okay, come on. Getting pretty good as far as damage goes. 53-43. The way that extra damage works, want to try to stack up as many points of anything in a stat as possible. I still don't think that I'm going to be getting to the boss damage cap, but probably at least now I'm going to be getting close. So that'll be nice. Really not getting too much for health on any front at this point in time now, am I? Cannot believe how long it's taking me to find the exit to this place. Am I going like every single wrong direction possible? Okay. And then a little bit more health. I'll always take that. And how close am I to getting the... I need 25,000 to get the reroll. Oh, that will get me some extra money. That always drops a little bit of money, but it's such a questionable play, I feel like. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it because I feel like I really need those stats. I really need that reroll. I need everything right now. Nothing very good on the item, but the money and the stats were really what I was looking for right now. Also, now it's $6.99 for DPS. Nice. Off of Tranquility. Okay. All right. Poison's taking him out alone. Get a weird little glitch from the cannibal, which is always cool. Big fan of those. Now, come on. There's more than enough enemies here to be able to take down the amount of curse that I got right now. It's just... Oh, am I going to die before that? That's the real question. I'm still despite the fact that this is one of the faster survival weapons, it's still a somewhat slow-ish weapon, which can be an issue. At least I know when I get rid of that, I have an exit immediately. I'm kind of surprised. I don't think I've ever seen a generation where that looks that unstable as far as the tower goes. No, that's not true at all. I've seen some pretty unstable-looking towers in my time. And that's where you get that. Let's just go with you. All right. Uh-oh. Be careful. Very, very careful as of right now. Do not want to try to take this too fast at all. Oh, get in the shop. Get in the shop. Yeah, they can't attack me in the shop. Hooray. Enemies hit will thaw more slowly, but I can't really take ice crossbow now. Hey, guys. Follow me into the shop so you can't attack me. Only the cheesiest of strats will apply in these runs. Well, hey, you do what you need to do, I'd like to say. Yo. That's good. 3 enemies left. And I'm doing it. It is so... Oh, cool. That'll work. I didn't even plan for that to happen, and yet it did anyway. All right, let's just do one quick little glance up here. Make it quick. Just get out right now because that's an elite that I do not want to deal with. Bye. And I'm going to say call it this area. There's no way I'm going to be getting to the 60 kills, but hey, at least I got out with my... at least I got out intact. Let's just say that. All right, clock room. Remember, the Wolftrap is going to lose effectiveness real quickly. So I probably only want to use it on the Timekeeper when I want to do a lot of extra damage. Try to, and then, just make sure I'm switching out with the Ice Grenade a lot, I suppose is the best way to say it right now. Disengagement? Could probably have used disengagement in a lot of circumstances right now. And unfortunately, no way am I going to be able to re-roll my... Oh wait, no, it's still at 1,000. I didn't actually re-roll it yet this game. Oh, thank God. All right, good. Still need Tranquility. And then I want to switch that out for extra ammo. Much, much, much nicer. I could have swore that I had already switched out my mutations once this time, so I wouldn't have been able to afford it. It's a good thing I checked that anyway, then. All right, come on. Don't screw this one up. You're doing pretty good so far. Yeah, that's a pep talk for myself. Come on, get back so I get that thing. Okay. Oh, I'm freaking out a little bit. And please give me my arrows back. What, did the release all arrows not actually... I do have release all arrows, right? Arrows stuck in enemy, come back? Yeah, absolutely. But for some reason, I guess that doesn't work with when she's in the Wolftrap. That's good to know, but also very frustrating that I have to find out in this way. Oh, that wasn't too bad at all. Okay. Just wait until she's out of the Wolftrap before freezing her, and... yeah. Okay, all right. It's not too bad. It's not too bad so far. I ain't getting the door. The, take no damage door, but that's fine. I can deal with that. Okay, get in that trap so I can get the poison on you. Toot sweet. Okay, just be very careful. That inside is clearly the determining factor for how good this is. Watch out. Yes! Okay! It's actually working! I had such great doubts at the earlier part of this run, and it's somehow kind of coming together. Man, I am genuinely surprised. All right, cool. I said earlier that I don't know about the Hand of the King, because the Hand of the King is a character that will block shots. You make an excellent point guard, is what I was saying, I think. Something along those lines or whatever. Doesn't really matter anymore. Yes, 80%. It's getting there. Everything else, still a whole ton of mutations to get, but I can live with that. And I guess it's just going to be potion charges from this point on. Can't rely on food, can't rely on curses. It's just that. I'm nervous, but on the surface I look... Oh, whoa, don't die immediately. You're doing a sniper run, remember that. Sniper elite and all that. And come on. Give me something good down here. No, it's not good. Just have him facing the opposite direction. And even if I'm not getting Tranquility, at least I can take him down pretty quick. 125 versus 150. I would lose a point of brutality, but a point of brutality doesn't give me anything anyway. So I guess it might be worth looking for an upgrade to the Hokuto's bow, especially if I can get something really nice, really good. Okay. Mark still probably... I mean, Wolftrap has been good, but it's really just because it's giving me the poison on enemies. I want to say that the Mark has been the MVP more than anything else this game. Just do that and roll through you. Jump up here. And just get out of here before he unfreezes. We're good. That's how you play Dead Cells. Just freak out at every single opportunity about everything that happens and then still make it work anyway. It's easy. That's how you do it. Yes. Still not sure if I want to go for, like... I think that it's just going to be best if I book her out of here as soon as possible, because I just see me dying if I stick around in this area for too long. Also, oh my god, he has so much health. And he's not even the Hand of the King, so... The questionability of this... The worthwhileness of this run is starting to come into question. Ooh, he's got some sort of, like, something. What? I don't know. He's gonna get caught in that second trap anyway. Yeah, it's... he had a star, right? Or did he drop, like, a lot of money? No. 28,000. I would have, like, over 100,000 if he dropped a lot of money. Was that some sort of glitch where one of the mini-bosses can't hold something really valuable or something like that? I don't know. Just watch out for Garen there. Getting caught in his rhythm, getting caught in the Demacia would end my run right now. So definitely something to avoid. Okay, throw you down and then... Yeah, rough start, but bringing it home pretty well. Oh, I'm starting to do that thing where I get really impatient and I'm starting to rush forward. I think that what I want to just do is just, like, you know, stop here for a second, take a deep breath. Don't rush. It will get you killed. Today's Tom Sawyer, he gets high on you, while Space Invades gets by on you. There's my obligatory rush reference, and I'm feeling much better. You know, making an obligatory rush reference to any sort of prog rock really is a good way to regain your focus. Let's just say that right now. It's like, don't get killed in the exact same way that you've gotten killed so many times before this. All right, come on. Faster grenade. As much use as I'm getting out of the ice grenade, a faster grenade would also be pretty worthwhile. Don't screw this up again. This reminds me that RE2 had like a demo coming out that came out recently. I mean, I know that's not the don't screw up again game, but still, it reminds me so much of that. I don't know if I will eventually play the remake too. Definitely probably have a good time watching a lot of other people play it. Not even gonna watch the demo, wait until that game comes out, check it out. So anyway, there's my way to instantly date this video, and now you know just about the exact time in which it was recorded. All right. Okay. Please give me more stats. I can always use more stats. I'm actually kind of doing okay on health right now. 22k ain't too shabby at all. Was able to get a 4-cell, well, you know, 4-cell in custom mode kill with about 35,000 health, so I'd like to say that I'm doing pretty good as far as stuff goes here. How do I actually get out of this area? No, really, how do I get out of this area? Uh-oh. Motion twin. Uh-oh. Well, this is embarrassing. So anyway, let me know how you liked doing suggested runs. You know, a little bit of audience suggestion stuff, and I'll see if I can get a little bit more of that next time.